Hello and welcome back, Ladies Out Loud, to your yoga practice for this week. I hope you're all keeping well, not going too stir crazy, given what's been going on in our world today. I hope you're all keeping safe and healthy and tucked up at home. So we're going to begin the way that we always begin this practice, with legs up the wall or legs up the couch, if that's the case for you. You're going to also need your 2 blocks and your strap, so make sure you have those handy. Let's get started. So bring your seat as close to the wall or couch as you can. Let your legs go high and start to settle your bones into the earth. Take the deepest breath in through your nose to fill up the lungs and the belly, breathing as deeply as you can. And sigh it all out through parted lips. Relax your forehead. Relax your jaw. Relax your shoulders and your chest. Let your arms weigh heavy into the earth, relaxing through hands and fingers. Relax your belly. Letting your breath flow freely. Relax through your hips and your pelvis. And when you think you can't relax or release anymore, you do. Let go. Surrender. Let the breath flow naturally, organically. Let go of everything that has happened today so far. Let go of everything that is to come. This time is for you. There's nothing to do and nowhere else to be and no one else to look after. Allow your thoughts to drift over the surface of your mind like clouds on a beautiful summer day. Allow yourself to drop deeper and coming home. This practice is sacred. It is a returning, a coming back to yourself over and over and over, to the truest part of your being. There's no expectations here, only allowing. You are always enough. You are where you're meant to be. Begin to deepen your breath, lengthening your inhales and lengthening your exhales equally to each other. And feel into the beautiful, spacious pause at the top of your breath. And feel into the emptiness at the bottom of your breath. Keep deepening the flow, bringing in more oxygen. We're going to begin our practice laying on your back today. So we're just going to create some space between you and the wall, moving very gently with yourself and just coming into the practice very mindfully. We want to keep this sense of calm that we've cultivated in the opening posture, this sense of rest and digest, the parasympathetic. So take a bend into your knees and pull just the right knee in towards your chest. If you have the space, you can extend your left leg down towards the floor and just start to make some motion right to left with your knee. And notice where you feel tension in this pose. And maybe once you find that place where you hold the most tension, give it a little squeeze into that area. And send a breath into that spot. Good. And then reaching your left hand to the outside of the right knee, anchor down your right shoulder, and then pull your knee across your body into a very gentle twist. And I mean so gentle. So there's no pinching, there's no pain. Make sure that the breath is long and that it's easy to breathe here. Good, and release this back down. You can keep your right knee bent, or you can extend your leg down to the floor. Pull the left knee in towards your chest and give it a nice tight squeeze and a little motion side to side, just sliding it right to left, feeling into the joint. Feeling the difference between the right side and the left side and just noticing that. And then give it a nice tight squeeze towards your body in the place that you feel like you need it the most. Breathe deeply into the hip flexor. And then anchor down your left shoulder and use your right hand to pull the left knee across your body. So coming in again, not very deep to the twist, just making it feel really, really good in your own flesh. And for this entire practice today, really feeling into that. So using your own intuition, your own gauge to realize how deep you want to come into every posture, to modify as needed and just be okay with where you're at. Every day is different. Every day we're working with something new in our own bodies. So I'll do my best to offer you all of the modifications, and it's up to you to choose which one is best for you. Release this back to the floor. Bring your feet with bent knees to opposite sides of the mat, and then just windshield washer your knees from side to side. You can move with the breath here and feel into that bone and muscle with the earth connection, so you can kind of take some of that massaging type action into your hips. Good, and then we're going to roll over to one side. Press yourself all the way up to a seat. Good, and come into a nice, tall, comfortable seat, crossing the legs. On a deep breath in, reach your arms high. Exhale, pull your hands in front of your heart. So just deepening the breath, bringing oxygen to all the parts. Inhale, reach out and up, take in. Exhale, pull it through, heart center. And one more time, inhale, reach high. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. Good. Extend the right leg out to the side and pull your left foot to the inner right thigh. Now you might use your strap here just to loop around the base of your right foot. Inhale your spine nice and long. Exhale, fold over top of the right leg. So you can apply a gentle tractioning, getting yourself deeper into the pose. But it's just the beginning of the practice, so I don't want you going too hard here. We want to feel the stretch in the back of the leg. And for any one of these stretches, if you have a block handy and you're finding that it's just ridiculous and uncomfortable in the hamstring, you can place your block right under your knee. And then it kind of adjusts the tilt in the pelvis. You'll still have a beautiful stretch here, but it'll be much more gentle. Good. Inhale. Bring yourself all the way up. Remove the block if it's there. This time you're going to place the left hand by the left hip. Lean all the way into the left knee and reach your arm up over by your right ear. This is Stargazer pose. A couple of deep, expansive breaths here. Good. Exhale. Lower your hips back down. Place your right arm on top of your right shin or over towards that direction. That's option 1. Option 2, the right arm comes inside of the right shin. Reach your left arm all the way over top of your left ear and lean over towards the right. Keep turning your bottom ribs open. And only come as deep into this posture as it makes sense for you to do so. So really, all we're trying to accomplish is having a nice stretch in the left side of our body. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, take a little twist over towards the left. So you can use the right hand to traction yourself into the twist. Bring your gaze over your left shoulder and find some length into the right side of your neck. So you can kind of make those yes type motions up and down with your chin. Good. Inhale, come back through center. Turn your left heel towards your left hip. We're going to gently place your hands back behind you and start to press up your left hip flexor towards the sky. So you may feel that you have a lot of space here and you might want to come a little bit deeper, dropping down onto the forearms or maybe all the way onto the floor. And I'm going to give this option right now. If you have a lot of pain in your left knee, you can take this posture laying on your side, supporting your head in your hand and using your hand to your foot to just like hold it and press your hip flexor forward. This is the exact same thing. It's just a lot less pressure on your knee. Few more deep breaths here, breathing into the front side of your body, into your quadriceps, the hip flexor. Good. On an inhale, we'll press ourselves all the way back up. Release the left leg out to the side and pull your right foot to the inner left thigh. Again, the strap might come in handy here. You can loop it over the ball of the left foot. Sit up really tall and turn your torso to face your left leg. Deep breath in. Exhale, folding over top of your left leg. And again, nice and gentle here. We want to feel the stretch and kind of melt into it in the most passive way. So no forcing. Almost no striving. And a couple of more deep breaths here. Good. On an inhale, pick yourself all the way back up. And place your right hand down by your right hip, lean into the right knee, sweep your left arm open, stargazer pose, deep expansion here through both side bodies. See if you can get the breath so deep that it almost finds space from the inside out. Exhale, lower your hips back to earth. Place your left arm on top of your left leg or just inside of it. Inhale, sweeps the right arm over top of the right ear. And then you'll open up the rib cage. So spinning the bottom ribs open towards the sky. You can gaze up if it feels okay in your neck. If not, just gaze neutral. And we want this beautiful line from your right hip crease to your right fingertips. Good. Inhale, rise up. And you're going to come right into your twist. So twisting towards the right, left hand, right knee. Keep moving the right shoulder back and moving your gaze over top of the shoulder. And then finding length in the left side of your neck, you can start to kind of just make yes-type motions with the neck, like half a moon rolling on one side. In that crescent shape. Nice long breath. Always intentional with the breath. Good. Inhale, come back through center and move the right heel towards your right hip. So same thing again, if you know you have sensitive knees, you're just gonna lean onto one side and pull yourself into that quad stretch. Everybody else, hands back, press your hip flexor high. And then decide how deep you want to come in. Maybe you have more space. I don't want you to push it too hard here. You're just trying to activate the quads, lengthen them, feel the stretch, and be passive there. So more about the breath. You can always tell if you're going too deep if you stop breathing. So if the breath becomes kind of like short and jagged or frantic, that's when you know you've gone too far. You need to come back. You need to be able to breathe through it. On an inhale, start to bring yourself all the way back up. Good. And then we're going to come forward onto hands and knees. Tabletop position. Inhale, sink your belly down, raise your gaze and your tailbone. Exhale, round your spine, press away the floor. A few rounds like that, cat-cow, just moving into the spine. With your own pace, your own breath. Feel free to pause at any place along the way if you just need to send an extra breath into that area, and then start to move in any way that feels good in your body. So tuning in and being very intuitive, moving into dark and stuck spaces, creating some more flow. You're going to access the sticky spots. Try to keep it even, but without being obsessive over it. It's kind of like your own little dance. Good, back through neutral. Bring your big toes together and your knees apart. You're going to settle your hips down towards your heels and walk your hands out, child's pose. Bring your forehead to the earth and rest heavily everything into the floor. Few breaths here. On an inhale, start to bring your hands back closer towards your body into that tabletop position. Good. On a deep breath in, sweep your left hand towards the sky. Exhale to tap your right shoulder blade. We'll do 2 more like that. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, tap the right shoulder blade. And again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, tap the right shoulder. This one we're going to be a little different. Inhale, reach high. Open up in the twist. And then exhale, lower your left shoulder to the floor. Bring your head down to the earth just to rest and press your right fingers into the floor so that you can stack the right shoulder on top of the left. And then drag your hips over towards the left side. So there's many variations of this posture. If you have a favorite one, feel free to take it. I know some people like to reach the right hand around. There's a few different ones. This one's actually my favorite one. Plant the right hand down. Inhale, reach your left hand high. Exhale, place it back down to earth. We'll do the other side. Inhale, sweep up the right hand. Exhale, twist under, tap the right shoulder blade. Inhale, open. Exhale, reach and tap. Notice what's going on with the hips here. Inhale, open. Do they follow your arm? Exhale, tap the left shoulder. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, this time right shoulder to the floor. Your head rests. Press the left fingers in and try to roll the left shoulder on top of the right. Keep reaching the right hand away and pressing the back of the palm into the earth, and then drag your hips back towards the right. Deep breaths in. Control the breath. Make sure it's soft. Make sure it's flowing easily, and there's no panic there. Only this sense of spaciousness and calm. Good. Plant the left hand down just at eye level. Inhale, unravel the right hand and reach it up nice and high. Exhale, place it back down. Good, back into our tabletop position. Tuck over your toes and lift your hips up high, downward facing dog. And any movement here, just pedaling your heels towards the floor, giving your hips a little shift side to side. Anything that feels good at all. In the first downward dog, those rituals you love to take. Make sure the fingers are gripping into the floor so the hands are strong, and this helps to protect your wrists. Good. Come into stillness now. Take a bend into your knees, a deep bend, and try to get your belly and your chest pressing towards your thighs. And lift your sit bones up really, really high. And then from there, press your heels down towards the floor. Good. Inhale, rise up onto your toes. And exhale, tiptoe your feet to your hands at the top of the mat, arriving into your forward fold with really bent knees. So again, the chest and the belly can come on top of the thighs. Arms come to opposite elbow creases and find your little sway side to side, letting everything just be so heavy and weighted down with gravity. Releasing all the muscles in the neck and in the back as much as you can. And letting every exhale be like a surrender to release deeper into the posture. Letting everything pour off the top of your head. All your cares, all your worries, just let them pour off. And release your hands to the floor. Inhale, bring hands to shins, lengthen your spine, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, reach your hands high. Exhale, pull your hands in front of your heart. Inhale, reach your hands high overhead. This time we're going to just tilt over towards the left. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, tip to the right. Inhale through the middle, exhale left, little side body stretch, inhale up, exhale tip right, inhale right back through the center. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up, reaching up, exhale, forward fold, hinge your hips, bring your hands to the earth. Inhale, lengthen your spine, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands down and step one foot back and then the other. Lower your knees to the floor. Exhale, lower down to your belly. Good. Plant the hands under the shoulders and the shoelace part of the feet comes onto the floor. Inhale, peel up your chest, cobra. Exhale, lower down. We'll do two more. Inhale, press high for cobra. Exhale, lower. And once again, inhale, Bhujangasana, the cobra pose. Exhale, lower all the way back down. Now, extend the left arm out to the side. Level with your shoulder and press your right fingers into the floor. You're going to roll into the left side and step your left or your right toes all the way over top of the left. So coming into this little twist. The right toes might not step all the way over. A lot of people kind of just hover their foot in the air. That's okay. Just being really careful if you have shoulder stuff here. And then rolling back to your belly, we'll do the other side. So the right arm extends, the left fingers press into the floor, and then you roll into the right shoulder, maybe stepping the left foot over. And keep the breath really calm. Let it be your anchor to what is happening right now, being in your body, meeting every moment. And rolling back to your belly. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders and press yourself up through kneeling plank. Tuck under the toes, find downward dog. Good. Inhale, pick up the right leg this time. This is three-legged dog. Exhale, step your toes between your hands at the top of the mat. So any way you need to get there, you can pick up your foot and you can move it there. And have the blocks ready here as well. So some of you may not need the blocks, and that's totally fine. The rest of you, hands up on blocks on the medium or the short range, I'd say. Good. Inhale, draw the collarbones forward. And on your exhale, you're going to drag your hips back and just straighten through the right leg. And we'll move here with our breath a few times. So every time you inhale, rebend the right knee, look forward and flatten your back. Exhale, the hips come back and the chest bows forward. So just moving with your own pace, your own range of motion. The right leg never has to go all the way straight. We're just looking for the stretch in the hamstring. Good. On your next inhale, rebend the right knee. Check for that spacing. Right knee right on top of the right ankle. The left hand plants down into block or floor. Inhale to pick up your right hand into a little twist. And we'll move the shoulder here. This time we're going to exhale, slice the right hand back and down behind you. Inhale, open it up. And a few times with your breath here. Exhales, back and down. Inhale, reaches high. And once again, exhale, take it back and down. Inhale, open it. Exhale all the way down. And this time we'll just replace your hand at the top of the mat. Good. So you can step it on back, downward facing dog. Inhale, pick up your left leg. Exhale, step it through. Left knee comes right on top of the left ankle. Any way you have to get it there, just has to get there. Inhale, broaden the collarbones forward. Exhale, drag your hips backwards. Any amount, even if your left leg remains pretty bent, that's perfectly fine. And inhale, bending, looking forward. Exhale, straightening and bowing. So moving with your breath here. Your own pace and your own range of motion. Good. On your next inhale, rebend, look forward. Plant the right hand down onto your block or the floor. Inhale to pick up your left arm. So this is a nice little twist. And we're gonna move with the twist. Exhale, slice your fingers back and down behind you. Inhale, open them up towards the sky. Exhale, back and down. Keep moving with your breath. Keep opening through your chest. One more time, exhale, back and down. Reach all the way around. Last time, exhale, back and down. Replace your left hand on top of your block and step back, downward facing dog. Good. Lower your knees to the floor. Keep the knees together and the toes together this time. Take child's pose. And you can actually set up your blocks here. Bring your elbows on top of your blocks, your palms together. Drop your head, and then just let the stretch come into the triceps, the backs of the arms. Good. Release your hands. You're going to press the blocks up again towards the top of the mat. Crawl your fingers out, tuck under your toes, and lift your hips high, downward facing dog. Inhale, pick up the right leg. Exhale, step your foot through to the top of your mat. Okay, so blocks might come into hands again here. We're going to move into L-shaped pose or a variation of warrior three. So just standing up into the right leg, lift your left leg up behind you, and you can see how the legs make the shape of an L. Option to stay there just like that. You might make the blocks even higher. This is option one. Option two, you can start to lower the blocks, maybe come a little bit deeper into the posture. Option three is standing splits. So some of you might want to take this one where you're going to lift through the glute, picking up your left leg even higher and bending your chest even deeper towards your right leg. So it becomes a more intense stretch on your hamstrings. And this is a big one. This is a challenging posture. Good. Leveling it back to the L-shaped pose where everybody will meet together. And I'm going to offer you this one more challenging pose today. You're going to open up the arms into airplane and just see how it goes. So this is a variation of warrior three, and it's a lot of strength here. Good. Lower your hands back down. Step your left foot beside the right, forward fold. Good. And maybe give your hips a little wiggle. Good. Inhale, hands to shins, rise up halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up all the way, reach your hands high. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. Good. So we're going to move into some standing postures, some balancing postures. And if you need the wall here, you can totally do that. Just grab onto the couch or whatever's nearby. So the first one, dancer's pose. Taking all your weight into the left foot. See if you can bring the right foot towards your right hand. This is the first version of dancers. So we're going to try to just maintain the balance here. Or if you want to take it a little bit further, fix your gaze on something that isn't moving. Maybe something that's kind of like down and forward. And then you're going to start to press your hand into your foot and your foot back into your hand, lifting it up and using your left arm to counterbalance the pose. I'll go to the side so you can see here. So this is where we start, and then we start to expand the pose. The breath is steady, the gaze is steady. Good, and release this one all the way back down. Nice. We'll try the other side while we're here. So spread the right toes onto the floor, really gripping down, finding that grounding sensation. Left hand reaches for the left foot. So if you're not taking it any deeper than just this one, like this balance, which is a beautiful place to be, it doesn't really matter where you hang onto the foot. If you do want to take it deeper, I think it's nice to reach to the inside of the left foot. It's okay if you do the outside, but you'll find more rotation in your shoulder if you reach for the inside. So maybe taking it a little bit deeper. Maybe you're just hanging on to something and the balance is there so you can kind of explore this movement in the back leg. With deep breaths, good focus wherever you're at. And lowering it back down. Nice work. Step to the top of the mat. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, lift your chest. Bring your hands to the blocks and then float your right foot back. L-shaped pose. The other side. So option again, stay here like this or come up higher onto the blocks. Option 2, you might play with lowering the blocks or reaching fingers to the floor, and this itself will provide a deeper hamstring stretch. Or you might walk your hands back and bow your chest deeper and power through your right glute to come into standing splits. Good, bring your hands back to your blocks and come back to your L-shaped pose if you are deeper. So we're gonna play with the warrior 3. So if you feel brave, if you feel this is appropriate today, float your hands to the sides, airplane pose. And just feel all the weird little shifting and balancing, all those movements in the ankle that make this like stay. Bring the hands back to the blocks. Step to forward fold. Give your hips a little wiggle here. Maybe you reach hands to opposite elbows and find your sway again. Good, release the hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Rise to stand, reach high. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. I have another balance posture for you today. So this one's a variation of the big toe pose, and you may again wish to reach for something to help you with your balance, the couch or the wall. You're gonna stand down into the left foot and really find your balance there. Pull the right knee in towards your chest. Good. And find your balance here. If it's starting to feel okay, use the right hand to pull the right knee out to the side and reach your left hand to the left to balance. Nice work. Bring your knee back through center and we'll try the twist. So left hand reaches around, the right hand reaches back, and you can bring your gaze over top of the right fingers. Come back through the center, give it a nice tight squeeze, and step it down. A little wiggle with the hips, release it. It's kind of a tricky one. I know it's hard. Don't worry, we have some beautiful stretches after this that are gonna feel so good because you're so warm. Take your left knee towards your chest this time. Find the balance. You can stay here just like this, working with the balance. Or you're going to reach the left knee out to the side as the right arm comes out to counterbalance. Pull the shoulders back, lift the sternum. Deep breaths. And then we'll take it the other way. So the right hand reaches around, the left arm reaches back, and you can come into a little twist. Bring your gaze back over your left thumb. Through center, give your knee a little squeeze up towards the chest and then step your foot down. Little wiggle side to side. Good job, you guys. And step to the top of the mat. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, lengthen your chest. Exhale, step your feet back, downward facing dog. Lower your knees to the floor, take the big toes together and the knees apart and come into child's pose. Maybe give your hips a little wiggle side to side here. And inhale, rise up to seated. Take hold of your strap. And you're gonna come onto your back. Nice. So laying down, making your strap ready. We just want it to be long. It doesn't really need to be looped. You're gonna lay down and loop the strap around the ball of the right foot to start. Good. So reaching the right foot high, and you have the option to keep your left knee bent here, or you can extend it down towards the floor. But start to pull your leg up towards the face, and I want you to relax through the legs as much as you can and kind of keep the work in the arms. And the arms might get tired, so sometimes it's nice to loop the strap around the hands just so they can just traction better. Less work for you. So the toes are pointed towards 12 o'clock. I want you to just point them towards 1 o'clock. And notice the difference there, and maybe pull your leg a little closer towards your face, just with that subtle shifting of the leg bone in the hip socket. Good, and now getting the strap only into the right hand. Again, you can loop it here. Anchor down your left shoulder and open the right leg up towards the side. And using your breath to support your posture. And by that, I mean the inhales kind of gather oxygen and spread it through the body so you can breathe into this if it's strenuous for you. But then on the exhale, you take away the tension, you take away what is holding you back. And there's a surrender there on that part of the breath, letting go. Inhale, bring your leg up high. Switch the grip into the left hand. Anchor down your right shoulder and let your right leg fall over towards the left. Keep your breath. Let it be at the forefront, the focus. So that if there was no physical practice and all you were going to do was lay on the floor and breathe, that would be a beautiful practice. That is a very advanced practice. And bring your right leg all the way back up. Release your strap and lower it down to earth. So then the strap comes around the left leg, the left ball of the foot. Strap into both hands, maybe wrapping it around the hands to make it a bit easier, and draw your leg up towards 12 o'clock. Send your breath to the hamstring, to the back of the leg, and gently tractioning it closer towards you. So working it like a 50 to 70% effort here, not 100, not like the most stretch pain you could possibly be in and your leg is shaking and it's just like horrible. I want it to be deliberate but gentle. Like you're giving your body this cue to lengthen. Like you're guiding it, but not forcing it. Turn your toes out to 10 or 11 and see what that does to your stretch. Good, then bring the strap only into the left hand. Maybe wrap it around the fingers once. Lower down the right shoulder and open up the left leg to the side. and be with what is. What that means is whatever comes up emotionally, mentally, allowing the thoughts to pass, allowing the emotions to pass through you in the practice. We're here to be the watcher, the observer, and we notice what is there. We notice what is happening, but we allow it to come in and to come out, like an open channel, like you're the faucet of a sink, but not the water that flows through it. Pick up your left leg, wrap the strap around the right hand, maybe once. Anchor down left shoulder and let your left foot come out to the side. Good. Inhale, bring your left foot high. Release the strap from your foot. Windshield washer your knees some more, a little side to side. Just feeling how different that might feel since the beginning of class when we did this. Good. And then you're going to reach both hands to the insides or the outsides of your feet. So you can come into happy baby. And if this one's just like you can't reach your feet, just reach forward and keep the soles of the feet together. You can reach for the ankles and rock side to side. And make it your version of happy baby, like the way that you like it, so you can move around a lot or you can stay still. You can maybe straighten through the legs and play with that. Lots of options. Good, and then fold the knees in towards your chest and give yourself the biggest hug, the tightest squeeze. Even move your forehead towards your knees. Activate everything. Good, release your head back down. Cactus your arms to either side and drop your knees over towards the right side. So taking this twist into any variation that you like. I know there's so many. You can stay here. I just want it to feel really good in your body. So if you need to straighten the bottom leg, come a little bit deeper, you could do that. Anything, any way that you like to take your revolve belly twist, you do that. Okay, gather your knees back through the middle, and we'll take the same twist to the other side. So just dropping the knees down, taking any variation you need to. Letting the breath be so soft and the heartbeat to slow. Know that all of the recovery, all of the healing happens in the rest and digest, in the parasympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic is very useful too, but in our society we have a tendency to stay too long there and not give ourselves enough time here in the calm state. Bring the knees back through center, and then find your way into your Shavasana. So if you have some blankets or a sweater you want to drape over you, you can do that. If you want to use a pillow or bring your legs back up the wall, whatever you need to do, you do that. And once you arrive, take the deepest breath in through the nose. And a deep cleansing sigh, exhale. Melt into the floor. and let go of the practice. Let go of your breath. And let go of everything that is not you and that is not of this moment. Take a deep breath in through your nose, filling up the lungs and the belly. Exhale to sigh it all out. And start to wiggle into your fingers and your toes. And find some motion in your ankles and wrists. Gently rock your head from side to side. And on a deep breath in, reach your arms up overhead like a good morning stretch. Exhale, roll to the right side. Find the fetal position and rest your head upon your arm. Settle there for a breath or two to lock in the benefits of your practice. Feeling into what is there, to what is true for you. Pulling from the depths of your most authentic self and knowing what is truly important, what really matters. Not letting the best parts of yourself lie hidden. Carrying your magic through the world to share your medicine, your purpose, your gifts. When you're ready, rise up to a seat And fold your hands in front of your heart, the Anjali Mudra. We'll finish with 3 Oms together. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. Inhale for Om. Shanti means peace. And the first peace is for you. The second one is for everybody else. And the third one is for the things that we can't control. Thank you for your practice. Namaste.